Skoda is starting off its new innings with the Kodiaq compact SUV. But that's not the only big vehicle that's coming for 2025. What you see behind me is a second generation Kodiaq that's been unveiled at the Bharat Mobility Expo and is coming to India by the first half of this year. We are here with the car, and here's everything that you need to know. We start off with the exterior design of this new second generation Kodiaq, and there's something distinctly Skoda about it, but also completely new. You look at the face and you know you're looking at a Skoda. Things like the headlamps, the signature Skoda grille, the new Skoda logo. But it's also evolved into a sharper and tighter design as compared to the outgoing model. Some of the other major highlights include these integrated cutouts for air vents, the large bumper, and of course these power bulges on the hood. Skoda Kodiaq in profile, again you can see that distinct Skoda-ness, that distinct Kodiaq-ness of the car. You know it's a Kodiaq, right? But it has become tighter and sharper, as is with new Skoda's modern solid design language, right? Where the lines have become sharper but retain their distinct Skoda-ness. Some of the design highlights include body-colored door handles, these aerodynamic design for the wheels, large chunky tires, and of course this Kodiaq-like roofline that combines some of the coupe SUV look with the bulky lines of an SUV. Second generation Kodiaq rear highlights: big C-shaped tail lamps, connected tail lamp, Kodiaq badging at the back, this slightly sloped roofline, big spoiler, big chunky bumper. Presence. You want presence. This car gives you presence, yet it can also be understated, something that the Kodiaq does quite well. Now, in terms of numbers, this has grown over the older model. It sits a little lower, but it's become longer and you get more space inside, and that's where we're heading to right now. And finally, the front row of this new second generation Skoda Kodiaq. Now, Skoda has gone in for a philosophy of minimalism. They've reduced the number of buttons, made the screens larger, made the given the steering a two-spoke design, and it adds very well to the minimalistic approach of the car. But we hope that Skoda has not crammed too many functions into the screen, as has been the case with minimalism for a lot of manufacturers. Overall, it's a really nice place to be in. Again, high quality materials, everything is very appealing to look at. New Skoda logo, new Skoda steering wheel, dual digital displays. It's not a one-piece display, but two individual units, but very nice, very high quality graphics, very nice place to be in. Lots of little practical storage spaces. Again, you can either have this as a flat surface or you can open it up, and there's a significant number of storage spaces. You get a wireless phone charger, you get a space here, you get cup holders, you get more cup holders here. A very, very large center console. The central armrest opens up and there's even more storage space inside. Again, Skoda's simply clever philosophy with lots of practical little bits. The seats themselves, at least initial impressions, point to them being very, very comfortable. This is some recycled leather that Skoda has now started using. Both are powered front seats. This one even has lumbar support and a memory function. All things that you would expect in this price category. This initial impressions point to Skoda taking significant steps in terms of adding minimalism, but also making the car very appealing and very, very comfortable. And that, of course, is something we'll be able to tell you about once we drive the car and get closer to it. We're in the second row of the second generation Skoda Kodiaq, and it's actually a very nice place to be in, filled with lots of little Skoda practicalities. There's simply clever philosophy that's been in force for a long time, but also a lot of nice quality materials. You get high quality materials on the doors, quality of plastics used is very nice. You get curtains for both doors, quality of upholstery is quite good, and there's a lot of space inside. This is a significantly larger car than the outgoing model with a larger wheelbase, which means that you actually get more space inside. There's more than enough headroom, shoulder room and knee room for 3 people to sit in decent comfort. Though, if you look at it, the second occupant will have to deal with this large parcel tray, AC vents, and of course you get USB-C charging ports. Oh, this parcel tray comes off, but you still do have a transmission tunnel underneath, and that means that you can fit 3 people. There is a significant amount of space in the middle, but it's a different material than what is offered in these 2 seats. Some of the other highlights include you get phone holders here, phone, or you could say even screen holders, right? You get a large panoramic sunroof that adds a lightness and airiness to the cabin. This is kind of the significant point where the chauffeur-driven market comes into the picture, and Skoda's done a pretty good rear package, at least initial impressions point to that. Now, the crucial thing will be to see what kind of accessories they offer for improvement of this rear seat package or to enhance this rear seat package. They're very good at doing things like this, and we expect that there will be some significantly good options to enhance that. The access to the third row is by these seats folding down, and they can fold down flat along with the third row. Like we said, there's a lot of storage space if you fold down both the rows. Practicality has always been a thing of Skoda's. So lastly, and we want to point out, you get a large armrest with 3 cup holders, like 2 big ones and a smaller one in the center as a part of the deal. One of the signature elements of Skoda has always been its ability to offer you a decent amount of boot space with the third row up. In fact, this was Skoda's first ever 3-row vehicle in its new generation of cars. The third row folds down for additional boot space. In fact, the second row also folds down for significantly additional amount of boot space. That's always been a USP of the Kodiaq. And with both rows down, you get a massive amount of space inside. The loading lip is pretty easy to access. You also get the space here to balance something before you put it in. And it's also a little high, which means that you can stack up things. Now that we've taken you around the second generation Skoda Kodiaq, here are some important things that you should know about the car. The first is that this will be one of the first launches from Skoda for this year. It's expected to come within the next 2 to 3 months, and bookings will also open at that time. It will be offered with one 2-liter TSI turbo petrol engine producing around 231 bhp and 320 Nm of torque, mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and you of course get all-wheel drive as standard, as is the case with most of Skoda and Volkswagen's big vehicles. Now, the other significant bit is that this would be the second vehicle to get the modern solid design language in India. The first one, of course, being the Kodiaq. We have detailed the car when it came out for the first time about a year and a half ago, and we've also been following its updates regularly, and you can check that out in our Carwale upcoming section. What do you think of this new second generation Skoda Kodiaq? And what do you think Skoda should price it at? Do let us know in the comment section below. And also stay tuned to Carwale for all the updates from the Bharat Mobility Expo. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.